And we're seeing a lot of guys doing the strict curl max bicep curl. And I have no clue what my max is, but there's one way to find out.
All right, what's going on, you guys? Nick here with Nick Strength and Power. I've got a couple of interesting stories for you guys today, so let's get straight into it here. I'm sure a lot of you guys already know what the first story is going to be today. I literally said in my last video, there hasn't been a whole lot of strict curl stories lately, and I hope that something big comes up soon. And the strict curl gods have answered my prayers because Hafthor Bjornsson uploaded a video today with the thumbnail saying 113 kilogram strict curl, which obviously that is the world record. So if you actually watch the video, Hafthor just does a couple strict curl attempts. Supposedly, this is the first time that Hafthor is ever trying the strict curl. And his goal in this video, he says, is just to beat Juji Mufu's strict curl. And he does that. So he attempts 73 kgs, and then he goes up by 10 kgs. And his max strict curl in this video ended up being 83 kilograms. And 83 kilograms translates to roughly 182.9 pounds. So actually not as much as I thought we would see Hafthor strict curl. But honestly, I think he's got a lot more in him. I think he was kind of messing around here. I don't think it was that serious of a strict curl attempt, although he did look like he was straining with that 83 kilograms. Now, it's important to remember that Hafthor is down like 70, 80 pounds body weight from where he was when he was attempting the deadlift world record back in May. He's downsizing for the fight with Eddie Hall. So for that reason, he's not nearly as strong as he once was. But I thought it was interesting that he did get 83 kilograms on basically his second strict curl attempt ever. But he does say in the video that it wasn't easy. So maybe we'll see more from him again as we continue down this strict curl journey that we're all on. And what I would really like to see now is Eddie Hall post his own strict curl video. I think that Eddie could have a pretty impressive strict curl, and that would be a cool little preview for the boxing match in September of 2021, because I think, honestly, Hafthor is a lot taller. He's got a lot longer arms, and that could actually make the curling movement more difficult for Hafthor than it might be for Eddie. So Eddie might actually be able to beat Thor on the strict curl, and I think that would be a cool little preliminary round, you could call it, for their boxing match in September. I would think that long arms would be a disadvantage in the curl movement because you got a further distance to move the bar, but then again, Larry Wheels has pretty long arms, and I think his max strict curl was 200-something pounds, so almost 20 pounds heavier than Thor got here. I think Larry's max was like 205 pounds. But anyway, let me know what you guys think in the comment section below about Hafthor Bjornsson's strict curl 1-rep max. I know a ton of you guys are already tagging me in the comment section of that video. Now, speaking of Hafthor Bjornsson, we got to talk about the deadlift world record, which Hafthor currently still holds at 501 kgs. This Sunday, October 18th, there will be a 502 kg deadlift attempt. Looking to break Hafthor's record this weekend, Rauno Heinla and Ivan Makarov. It looks like they will both be attempting the 502 kg deadlift. This event, of course, is being promoted by World's Ultimate Strongman, the same organization that promoted Hafthor's original attempt to break the 500. So what do you guys think in the comment section below about the fact that they will be breaking or attempting to break Thor's record by 1 kilogram, just like Thor did with Eddie's record of 500, breaking it by just 1 kilogram with the 501. And do you think Thor's record will fall this weekend? So we've got a lot going on this weekend. You've got this event on Sunday, and of course on Saturday in bodybuilding, we've all been waiting to see the Chicago Pro. The Chicago Pro is this coming Saturday, and it is a very important show in bodybuilding. Now, one name that we haven't talked as much about that's competing in the Chicago Pro is Akim Williams. Akim Williams posted this back shot where he appears to be in really good condition, and I say that relative to condition for Akim because Akim traditionally, he hasn't had the best conditioning track record at shows, but could this be the show where Akim puts together a package that he's never put together before and surprises everybody and wins the show? The question with Akim is always whether or not he comes in shape. He's really typically one of the biggest bodybuilders in every lineup that he enters, but he just has trouble for whatever reason coming in really good shape. But from this photo, He looks like he's in really good shape. Again, this is only days out, so he doesn't have much time to get a whole lot tighter or sharper than he already is. But keep in mind, this is the final opportunity. This Saturday at the Chicago Pro is the last show before the Olympia that qualifies you for the 2020 Mr. Olympia. Akim, not yet qualified. Nick Walker, not yet qualified. Justin Rodriguez, not yet qualified. Max Charles, although he's technically qualified in the point standings, not yet officially qualified. These guys in Chicago are really gunning for that Olympia qualification spot, so I cannot wait for this show. Make sure you guys subscribe to this channel right now if you have not subscribed already, because this weekend there's going to be a lot of stuff to cover, a lot of very important stuff in bodybuilding. All right, guys, so I'm very grateful and happy to announce that today's video is sponsored by the Ridge wallets. It's not your typical bifold or trifold wallet. It's very sleek, it's very compact, it's light, it's industrial. It doesn't fold awkwardly and bulge in your pocket like a typical trifold or bifold would. And it seriously has changed my whole pocket situation. And this design, it couldn't be easier to carry in gym shorts and a gym bag. Most people are still using these old school wallets designed back in the 90s, carrying around old receipts and gift cards, hotel keys, just a total mess. It holds up to 12 cards, plus there's room for cash. There's over 30 styles and colors, including carbon fiber and burnt titanium. I myself have 3 different colors, and actually the 2 carbon fiber ones are my favorite. So I've got forged carbon fiber 3K weave, and aluminum black. And the best part is it's completely risk-free. Each wallet comes with a lifetime warranty, and they also have a 45-day satisfaction guarantee. You can test drive this wallet for 45 days and send it back for a full refund if you do not love the wallet. In addition to being light and compact, it comes with that RFID blocking technology that protects you from digital pickpocketers. But if you want to get your own and get 10% off today, use the Ridge code NICSP at checkout to save 10% on your first Ridge wallet purchase. And of course, there will be a link in the description down below. Let's get back to the video. And I also wanted to show you guys, a lot of you guys were asking me how the point system works. How many points do you get when you enter a show or place at a show? So here is the updated point system for 2020. So when you're talking about the Chicago Pro, it's important to keep in mind there's tier systems. So different competitions are on different levels. You earn more points from a placing at some show than others, to put it simply. So tier 1 is the Arnold Classic and the Rising Phoenix, which is for female bodybuilding. That's the highest amount of points you earn. Second place earns 10 points, third, ninth, fourth, eighth, and fifth, seventh place. And if you look over at the qualified competitors list real quick, you'll see how important those points really are. So I've been over this a couple times in a couple videos, but I'll say it once more. The top 3 in points at the end of the qualification season, they all go to the Olympia, all 3 of them. And right now, if you look at the top 3, you've got 12 points is in the lead. Max Charles with 11 points is in second. And third place, which gets you to the Olympia, is 9 points. So there are shows, for example, the Arnold Classic, where you could put yourself in the top 3 in point standings by just placing at the Arnold Classic. So a little bit of points goes a really long way as far as moving you up in those point standings, because, again, we're talking about 12 points being the top of the top. So looking at the Chicago Pro this weekend, that is going to be a tier 3 competition. That is going to earn you 6 points for second place, 5th place for third place, 6 points for second place, 5 points for third place, 4 points for fourth place, and 3 points for fifth place. So if you look at Justin Rodriguez, if you go back over to the point standings, and this is why this is important, and this is why I wanted to give you this breakdown. Justin has 8 points, so he's technically in like 5th or 6th place right now. If he were to place anywhere in that top 5, he would get 3 points, which would put him above everybody that stands between him and Max Charles, and he would be 3rd and go to the Olympia. So that just goes to show how important these small amount of points are. If Justin takes 5th here, he's going to the Olympia. And you can see why this is extremely concerning for Big Ramy, because, again, you have An Nguyen and Big Ramy currently in a tie for 3rd. An Nguyen only needs 1 point to bump Big Ramy out of that top 3 for the Olympia. So Big Ramy could lose that placing if if on win earns 1 point, which would only require a 5th place placing at 3 points, and that 3 points would tie on for first place with Regan Grimes. That would move him all the way up to first from his tie for third where he's at right now. And even I heard a rumor that Sergio might be jumping in the show last minute and he's not telling anybody. Sergio is currently like 8th in the point standings. He's got 7 points. Again, if you look at the points, Sergio, if he placed, so he's got 7 points. If he placed third at the Chicago Pro, that would put him in the qualification for the Olympia. Second place would put him first place in the points. If he won the show, obviously he would qualify automatically. And again, Max Charles, he's a favorite to win this show. Any placing in the top 5 at this show for Max Charles would solidify him as number 1 in the point standings, no matter what points he earned here. So I know it's kind of complicated, but I wanted to give you guys a really good breakdown of how these point standings work so you guys understand how important the Chicago Pro is this weekend. Those top 3 point standings, they are up for grabs 100% this weekend in Chicago. And you could possibly see that entire top 3 change this weekend. Now, next up in the news, finally a physique update from Brandon Curry that is not just a most muscular in the magic mirror. A physique update from Brandon Curry showing off his back. He has the caption on this post, "Stay focused on your goals no matter what anyone says to try to stop you from continuing to move towards them. Let's get to work." So Brandon Curry's back, I believe, is one of his strongest attributes. Of course, the most muscular pictures that we see make Brandon look very strong because he's known for that roundness and fullness that he has for his physique. But another attribute to Brandon's physique that I think is key for him is the width of his shoulders and the illusion and appearance of the V-taper that he has. And when you look at his back shots, you really see how wide he really is and then how narrow his waist really is. His back looks insanely wide in his back shot, specifically the back double bicep, a great example of this V-taper illusion, this crazy width that Brandon has. And that's what makes Brandon's physique look so good and so polished and so smooth and so aesthetic when he's on stage compared to some of these other guys that don't have that upper body width and that narrowness in the waist. For example, Phil Heath. Phil Heath is realistically the main competition to Brandon Curry defending his title this year in 2020. And Phil Heath, one of the criticisms of Phil is he's got narrow clavicles. He's got a narrow upper body, narrow obviously being a relative term. And of course, Phil's not known for having the smallest waist. So Brandon has the exact opposite characteristics going for his physique, which is going to make the call out with Brandon and Phil a really good call out because they really complement each other's physiques nicely. And the way that what I mean by that is their strongest points are the other guy's weakest points. I think one of Brandon's strongest points is his small waist and how wide his upper body is. And I think one of Phil's obvious weakest point is his waist. And probably in second place it's hard to find a weak point for Phil, but probably the narrowness would be second. So I'm convinced we're going to see a good back and forth between Brandon and Phil. And this physique update, perfect example. Brandon is looking phenomenal. I think he's going to improve from how he looked last year, like he's improved over the past couple of years every single time he's stepped on stage. So that is going to wrap it up for the video today, guys. I hope you did, in fact, enjoy it. Please give it a thumbs up if you did enjoy it. Please subscribe to this channel if you have not subscribed already. We're on the road to 1 million, and we're getting there fast. As always, I love you guys. Appreciate you guys. Nick Strength and Power, signing out.